Still upside down.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that is.
I wonder who the hell did that. Let's look at the camera in the back, the background of the TV. You can see that one's upright.
Wow.
Isn't it all?
Kathy's again.
Hi, Kathy. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Perfect, we can hear you.
Awesome.
All right, we gotta.
Oh,
You're all upside down.
We don't know why.
Try the camera, maybe, but that's a zoom setting. It's probably not, that's gonna be the camera itself. Somebody flipped the camera.
Somebody's playing a joke.
Yeah, but I don't know how they would do that. I mean, it
Yeah.
does rotate, it does turn.
No, I mean, well, it could be either one or two things. Somebody turned the camera, maneuvered the camera so it's backside up. Or usually a camera setting like that, you could flip the camera too.
Yeah, there is a way to control the camera from, you know, from, I don't know if it's from the keyboard or from that pad that's on the wall.
Yep, I see it. See if I can rotate it. Recall. Without making it worse.
Did you guys, Kent, did you guys take the bulb that was in here for replacement?
Is that on the camera? No.
It was green, it's on, there it goes, now it's spinning around.
Poor man's way of doing it, but that might not work.
A little more.
It's not gonna let me.
Hmm.
There should be a setting to flip it, but
Is it right in like this?
No, so like a spotlight.
Special.
Yeah, but they're different.
Good, you have that camera moving back there behind you.
yeah, but I can't get it to go all the way around so I can flip it.
Oh,
Well, it must be able to flip itself.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, it's gotta be a menu option here. Usually that's focus bar, zoom in, zoom, focus bar, focus near. There's a menu button, but that's not doing anything.
This one too big?
Yeah, but those are wrong. I think those are wrong.
Yeah, we still upside down.
Floods or, I mean, they'll probably fit up in there, but that's the wrong, that's a spotlight or a floodlight. These things.
Right, yeah, this one. I don't know.
We still upside down?
Yep.
I don't see a setting to flip the
There it is behind it.
screen.
We're all gonna get nosebleeds, so we all gotta go home.
yeah.
Everybody put their arms like this.
I'm guessing we just leave this and
Yep, that's
call it. Cause I'm in the camera settings and there is no setting to flip it, as I can see. There's a bunch of
Yeah,
set,
well, we have audio,
yep,
so.
okay.
I just sent Keith a text, but he hasn't answered back yet. So
I guess technically I should be calling the meeting order
Yes. Yes.
and we don't need to do any assignments, right? Well, I'll sign, oh, she can be a voting member, she just
Right.
can't represent the quorum, so. Christine as a voting member, and I appoint her as a remote voting member. How's that?
thank you.
Yep. All right, so we have kind of a light attendance today. So we're kind of thinking we might kind of make this a short meeting since we don't have a lot of membership here. Any objections to that?
Nope, not for me.
We do invitation for public comment, but we had nobody here. Any new business?
There was that email that came about the C-Pacer program.
Saw that?
Rob Wills also sent it to me, so it's unclear to me if the planning board holds the hearing or if the select board calls the hearing. I didn't read all the details in all those documents, but if somebody wants to reach out to them and if it's something, you all want to look into.
Is this, do we have a timeline for this?
I think it follows the same timeline. It gets voted on in March.
So we can,
So we don't have to I think we need to get more information before we make a decision on whether or not we want to do it. Or if it's even us, the planning board, but it does look like there's some zoning stuff. So I think we need more information before we make a decision.
yeah, so we want to, maybe gather some information before the next meeting. And then we'll have hopefully a complement to decide whether we need to do anything, right?
Yep. So I guess I'm just suggesting maybe we add it to the next agenda.
Exactly, yep. Does that work, Kathy?
Yes.
All right. Do we have, let me just, do we have anything else that needs to hit the floor today other than?
Well,
Let's
still the minutes are
Oh,
interesting.
yes, we got to do the
But
minutes.
the minutes are interesting. Really, you weren't here. So that would be just 3 of us voting on the minutes. You'd have to abstain because you were absent.
Yep.
On the June 16th meeting.
So I listened to NHMA's webinar on meeting minutes. And one of the things they said is that the people who were present for those meeting minutes don't have to, it doesn't have to be a quorum of them who approve it. As long as you've reviewed the minutes and agree with them, you don't have to abstain. What they explained is that when voting happens and new members of the planning board come on, if it was required that you had, the original quorum of folks who were there, you could potentially not be able to approve those minutes. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm explaining it well.
Yeah, well, I was just looking at it from the point that Russ, Randy, and Matt all are not here, and they were present for that meeting. And what if they had some amendments or some issues with the minutes? How would we, I guess we could approve these minutes based on who's here. But then at the next meeting, if any of those 3 planning board members wanted to bring up the minutes and amend them again, would they be able to? That would be the thing.
Yeah, it's easier if you just table it to the next meeting.
That's what I'm thinking. Just in case they have something.
Yeah.
There's no timeline requirement, right?
No.
As long as they have the draft minutes in the office, it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yep.
so let's table it till next meeting.
I just think it's, it's 3 people. It's,
Yeah, no, I had the 3 people aren't here.
Yeah. There
I
was
can-
only 5 of us at the meeting, and 3 of those people aren't here for these minutes, so it's, I don't, yeah, I think we'll take Christine's advice. What do you think?
Yep, I agree. All right, thanks for catching the minutes part. All right, is there anything on here that we really, from a timing perspective, need to work today?
I guess for me, I would like to at least see us vote on scheduling a hearing for the rules and procedures, not for the next meeting, but maybe for the one after that.
Mm-hmm.
So the third Tuesday in August.
Okay,
I haven't heard that there's any changes based on the last version, and we're not voting to approve them right now. We're just voting to have the hearing.
Yeah, and Russ's email was,
He didn't have,
so basically he just said, seems like it's mostly just the addition of RSA material, and and some vocabulary changes, so he seemed he's pretty good. Russ felt like he's good with it, so.
Yeah, it just gives, gives us a little time to schedule the hearing and get a version out for people to respond to if they want to.
So is that a motion?
Sure, I'll make a motion to schedule the hearing on the revisions to the board rules and procedures for the second meeting in August. And Kathy will have to help me with the date. I don't have a calendar in front of me.
That would be the 18th,
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Second.
there is no first meeting in August.
correct.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right.
So would we have to wait and do September? Oh boy, it's September 1st. Is, well, yeah, how's that work? So, Labor Day is the 7th. So September 1st would be our first meeting in September.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tuesday 1st.
I'm fine with waiting till then if that's the preference of everyone else. I forgot there wasn't a meeting in August.
Yeah, not the first, we're not meeting on the 4th, yeah.
Okay, Kathy, Kent was the second, in case you didn't get that.
Second.
Perfect.
So the revised motion is to schedule it for September 1st.
I did second. You
Yeah.
vote?
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, I vote yes.
yes,
Yes,
and Christine?
Yes, yes.
So all yeses?
Okay.
I'm sorry, who did the first?
I did.
Okay. Well, no,
Yeah.
you motioned, but who?
Kent seconded.
Yeah.
Oh, Kent.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have anything else?
I do. You're all going to hate me. I do think we should talk about the legal recommendations for the subdivision regs.
Subdivision regulation?
Yeah, just because those can also be updated. That can be added. We can have a hearing for that same time if we want to. Just adopt that simple version. And again, we can discuss it at the next meeting in August.
Yeah.
But I do think we should be prepared to have a serious conversation about that at our next meeting.
do we want to send that up to Laura to make sure that that's what is recommended from their point of view?
Yeah, and the rules of procedure will have to go to her as well
Okay.
before we approve them. But she sent us the language, so yeah. But yes, you're right. It should go first to her.
And we'll have time to schedule a public meeting at the next meeting, between the next meeting and when that would be?
Public hearing.
Public hearing, sorry. Is that gonna give us enough time?
The rules of procedure are easier. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what you guys, we haven't voted on whether or not we like what she sent. So maybe we should wait on that.
Well, so it's from August 18th to September 1st is 14 days.
Yeah, and so usually I would send something to the ledger like the Tuesday morning and say, I'm going to have a notice for you tomorrow morning by 9 o'clock. And so I send them a draft so they hold the space for the Thursday edition, which meets the requirements. But they just have to be posted on our website and in 2 places in town. They don't have to be in the newspaper, but that at least it covers us.
But
Yeah.
how many days before the actual?
I believe it's 10 days.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So we would meet on the 18th, hypothetically agree with everything, and then somebody would need to, you would already have a holder in on
Right.
Tuesday 18th with the paper.
Right.
And then you would get them the information on Wednesday, the 19th?
And then I would finalize it, assuming the board votes to, could, have the hearing.
Yeah, and that way we meet the requirement for the 10 days.
Right.
And then we do both of them at the same time, during the same hearing?
We would have two separate hearings scheduled for the same night.
Same night.
Yeah, I mean,
So it would be two notices.
you literally could have one at 7:15, another one at 7:30.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna come in beating the door down to come to a hearing for our rules of procedure.
Yeah.
So does anybody see any showstoppers with making that happen?
I mean, I don't see anything that's gonna get in the way, other than I think the second part of the hearing is gonna be well attended.
Oh, our subdivision regulation, legal recommendations on stormwater,
Well,
Yeah, I don't know if we need to do the stormwater piece, but we need to at least talk about what Laura recommended. The stormwater might take more time.
So like 7:15 for the and 7:30 for the subdivision hearing.
Works for me.
Sure.
And then Christine, you'll call the paper and let them know, or however you'd handle that with them on.
Yeah, I'll send a draft of the notice and tell them not to post it until they hear from me.
Yeah, okay. by
Or
Tuesday.
Russ or whoever. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
Well, all right. Sounds good to you.
yep, works for me. Do we need to vote on that, or is that just good?
I think we need a motion if we're going to schedule the hearing, the second hearing.
All right,
Okay.
so
make the
I
motion for the second hearing.
second.
Get that, Kathy?
Yep, thank you.
Perfect. Kent, how do you vote?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
all right, cool. We have all yeses. All right. Can we still recognize?
Yeah, so Christine Boo showed up.
Oh, okay.
I know,
Assuming she wants to
You're
talk to
seeing
us.
us upside down,
Yeah.
so we don't know. if they're-
We,
Hi, Kathy.
so I guess, it's okay to open up for public comment again?
yeah,
Nobody's here early?
yeah, I
No
think there's
objection?
no objections for anybody
I
here.
don't have any-
Do you have
any
something
objection.
for us?
So I do, but I want to first say that I so appreciate what you guys are doing, and you're really between a rock and a hard place. And I so admire Jamie Jones for doing RSAs. And I so admire you all, and it actually makes me think that as I hopefully get less busy at the farm, that maybe I run for one of the positions, because you guys hold the line. Hold the line. And you show up every other Tuesday night as a volunteer, and you email me, and you make the town stay what it is. But that berry thing is just terrible. And I know that you guys have worked hard on it, but it's just awful. It's just awful. And I think the wheels of democracy, whether it be in Washington or here or at the state level, move slowly. And I did my water sample, and I was hoping that the water sample would come back and would show something. And again, I submitted it, and it takes a while to get that, so I don't have the water sample. I was hoping to have the water sample tonight, because I have had to do a water sample for 50 years as a public water sample, as a public source of water. But they are ruining the land. They are. cutting into the orchard. There's no question. I know where the orchard was. I live near it. And you guys are between a rock and a hard place, but it is terrible. And what can we do? What can we do? And Jamie Jones couldn't come tonight. And I've been sporadic because I'm trying to keep a business alive at that end of town. But I want to work with you. I want to work with the state. But it is rape, RAPE of the land. And I think I had a mindset that the hardwood forest was okay. But now that they're attacking the orchard, that's not okay. I rode through those orchards as a 12-year-old, and I was really spooked out by the guys in the complete, gas mask from World War I or II. They sprayed early in the morning and late at night, at dusk. It is laden with gross stuff. And I don't have the water sample results, which I did. But how can we, and how can I help you? You guys are between a rock and a hard place. The state has said, oh, this is fine. And it's not fine. How can I partner with you? How can I rally people? What can we do? It's just awful. Awful. And in some ways, it's not awful because we'll have 35 or 8 or 42 or whatever houses that help the taxes in town. And it's one of the high taxpayers that's not paid her taxes yet. I think that's attractive. And I think his heirs, and I knew Dan Barry and John Barry. And I was at John's funeral and I met both of them. And they don't care. They don't care. They're going times whatever money. And yet it's a real environmental travesty. And how can I help? So I'm not coming to you going, I'm saying, how can I help? I know a lot of people. I can reach out to WMUR. I can reach out to the Ledger, the transcript, the Ledger transcript, the Nashua Telegraph. How can I help you, Stan, and give some teeth to stopping it? So I don't know.
You wanna go first, or
Be
you-
recorded,
Well,
but
Yeah,
I don't know if this needs to be recorded, but and I do think it's a little ironic that I couldn't have 15 happy little weddings till 10 o'clock with the volunteer fire department making $500, and the town spent 18 months making that not happen to a longtime Temple resident. And somehow these people that live in another state are just going, we're gonna do whatever we wanna do. So there's a little irony in that, but I'm not angry at that, and I didn't really like the weddings, to be fair. And we saved the farm, but it just feels like the boards were like with us, and dark sky lighting and parking and whatever, and this is allowed to happen. So I don't mean to dredge up old things, but what can we do? I can't believe, I know how you love this land. You're a surveyor. You set up all of the town things. You have done the roads. You are patriots of this town. I can't believe that there's nothing we can do.
This is Jim, this isn't Russ, so he's not a surveyor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
And he
okay.
was actually,
Oh, actually,
he's actually the last house on North Road.
so Jim.
He's a neighbor, he's a neighbor.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I thought you were Russ.
But if I could
But
say
how
something,
can we get some teeth in this?
we have tried.
I
Believe me.
know you've tried, and that's, I'm glad I'm here and it's
Yeah.
just us.
And
Can I interrupt real quick? So when you say we, make sure you're clear for the record, you say we, you mean the selectmen's
select
office.
board,
Because the planning board has no authority,
Yeah.
whether we like it or not,
right,
we have no authority.
Yeah.
When they came to us with the Meridian, was it Meridian?
Yep.
Land surveyors, it was conceptual. And conceptual.
And they've done the conversion or whatever.
Well, I mean, we're not the ones to prove that, but,
Yeah.
so it is conceptual, and under RSA, and Christine, you can back me up on this, I think, under RSA, nothing was binding that they talked to us about. We did tell them, yep,
I
conceptually,
was there.
yeah,
They sent this poor little lamb to the slaughter.
Yeah.
And he's saying,
but because of that, there's no formal application for a subdivision in front of us, so we have no teeth at all, even if we wanted to, and honestly, we
but
have
they
to,
can't
we have to-
outsmart us.
we have to tread.
We are too smart.
We have to tread very lightly as a planning board and not show any bias at all. We shouldn't anyway for any situation. But because if we did, or if we do, it could get to a point when they do come for an application that some or all of the board could all be recused and we have to elect a whole new board. So,
Which is what happened with me.
so we,
Just saying.
so we're not taking a stand. We could, we could talk to you personally off the record and tell you how we might feel, certain people about certain things. But there is nothing legally we can do, nothing. But the selectmen, now go back to Ken, because he's a select board now,
Poor Ken.
the selectmen do have authority, we're not enforcers. We're rule makers, but the selectmen are the enforcers.
and we have tried, I mean, we've had, town council here with planning board, with, who else was there, the board, the planning board.
Conservation.
Conservation Commission. We've done all this. The lawyer states that we can't, there's nothing that we can do because they're not doing anything wrong at this point. I mean, it's their land. I mean, I have to look at it in two different ways. I mean, if it was my land and they were all telling me that I couldn't harvest my own timber off my own land, I'd be a little upset as well. And I have to look at that when I'm dealing with this, but we've done everything. We didn't want to sign the intent to cut. We were told that it has to do with town taxes and other things, state taxes, state fees. We had to sign it because otherwise they could do it in 10 days in regardless. So we had to sign it. So now we're stuck in between you guys doing your thing and everybody's coming up with all of these RFAs.
I'm colluding with you, saying you guys are between a rock and a hard place. At the same time, this is terrible.
And it's hard, I mean, it's hard for us. I mean, for me, as a board member, I can't speak for the other ones, but for me as a board member, it's like I would love to be able to do something, but I have to be able to do something. And at this point, we can't do anything.
So I'm gonna chime in
Excuse
too.
me, I'm theirs. Is your name?
Jim.
Okay.
So as we stated, I live in the last house on North Road, before it turns into Lime Road.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So.
So,
Sally and Chris?
Close.
Yeah.
Close, yeah.
so I want to get couple things on the record. One is just because I live in proximity to what's going on there does not mean I have a bias. Okay, I just want to make that clear. And I've been
I
accused.
didn't know how you couldn't have a bias.
Well, so my job as a planning board member, in my opinion anyways, is to represent the constituents of the town, not my own personal interest, right? And when I'm called upon, it's, potentially accused of not following that. Oh, no, you're not, this is not directed at you. No darts to you.
I'm
Okay.
just like
No.
here with you.
This is actually directed at fellow board members potentially, but also someone that came in at after the last meeting that I chaired, saying that I had to be careful because what I said may get me disqualified at a subdivision at a later date. Now, I completely disagree with all of that. And I just want to say one more thing on that. So I did not attend the get together out on the farm with
No planning board members did.
I was told,
I did as a board member because.
I was
my meeting.
directed, or well, let me say, requested to not attend because of the concern by two board members, a chair and a former chair, that might constitute a bias by the planning board by attending. I want to make it perfectly clear that I was absolutely fuming at that request because it was not made by the board. It was made by two members outside of a quorum, outside of the meeting, and put me in a tough spot. And I believe that attending that meeting would have represented the planning board obtaining knowledge and understanding of where the state stood, where the other board stood, and make me better educated to make a very valuable decision at a later date. So I just want to be clear that I was to the point where I sent an email to Russ saying that I wanted to relinquish my vice chair position based on what had happened, because I didn't appreciate it one bit. So now I got that out of the way. I just want to be clear. I agree with this. I'm going to step back. This is Jim's personal, okay? Jim's personal opinion is.
Who's personally?
Yeah, Jim's personal opinion on this whole matter, just to be clear on the record, is that I agree with Ken with respect to, I believe that a landowner should be able to do whatever they want on their land, as long as it does not impact the community or their neighborhood. So the fact that they want to take trees down, none of my business. The fact that they are disrupting the soil that could be contaminated by taking trees down is a concern. I agree with the board, the planning board as a whole, with regards to the fact that we have done everything we can at this point. And that because they have not submitted it to us as a formal plan,
A conversion is not.
that,
not part
you
of
know,
us.
that,
Part of us.
yeah, my personal opinion is,
It sucks.
they clearly have an agenda and they're working towards their agenda.
Their
My-
agenda is to make money.
My planning board hat on, they're following the rules. We've done everything we can and we're trying to do, I'm paying every attention. I read every email that Jamie sends. Right? I'm paying, and he is a bull in a china shop, very professional. So not a bull.
No,
He's a very eloquent
yes,
and speaker, and he's doing everything in his power to work the state on both organizations. And up to this point, everything coming back from the state, both DES and the natural service or whatever, is we can't do anything.
forestry.
Yeah, the Forestry Service. So I got it out of my system. Thank you guys for listening. But from my perspective, I am going to pay very strong attention to what's going on. And if I see an opportunity to do something from a board perspective, I'll entertain it.
Well, in fact, that we are, because
Yes.
we're trying to get something into the
Subdivision.
plan,
Regulations.
regulations to at least make them test for it. And this isn't just them, this is everyone. So everyone will
I
have
want
to
to
test.
test, I hope so.
So one of
It's actually a soils test when you go to.
Well,
build.
so.
If you were going to build on that site
you
or
think-
any site. and
If
it
you
has
think
history.
I've done every quarter for 50 years because I'm public water supply.
Yeah.
So I added the arsenic test to the one that I had to submit the end of July. I haven't heard back yet.
And there's two types of,
The Stu test.
I did get.
because we all have arsenic to a point
I did.
in a temple well, but,
Natural, yeah.
but
I did
the specific
yes.
lead arsenic.
Yeah, I did do both.
Yeah.
So hopefully that could be, again, a marker. So I'm not here to, in any way,
I know.
I just absolutely think both the planning and select board. First of all, I think the fact that you devote every other Tuesday night is remarkable. And I know, I don't know you, all the other three. And Christine, I know you. And I know how dedicated you are to our town. And anything I can do to help.
So just to be, so if it wasn't clear what Ken was alluding to, we have it on, one of the things, we sent a letter to the select board requesting, and we did everything we could from that perspective. We are looking at shoring up, for lack of a better word, our regulations so that when it does come to us as a site review or whatever, subdivision, that we're not going to get caught unprepared.
With our pants down.
Yeah, and I'm trying to be careful how I word this, because I don't want to say that we're going to try and write our regulations to make it so they can't do what they want to do. We're trying to make sure our regulations are protecting the town and the environment.
The regulations will be for everyone in
Yes.
town going forward,
Yes,
not just one entity.
Right.
yeah, so I just want to make sure you know that we are, in addition to what we've done in the
I knew
past.
you were taking
Yep.
it seriously.
But yeah, but I didn't know if you knew that we are going to make sure, that we're taking a look at
Well,
our regulations to make sure we're covered for.
And as much as I hate it, it will probably help the town.
Yeah.
And as the
Yeah, just,
second highest taxpayer that has.
Yeah, just like-
taxes yet.
just,
It may help the town, and I do look at. I have great respect for Ben and Emily, and we did the sort of same dance during that same time. But look how they've enhanced the town. So maybe this is not all bad, but I just absolutely hate seeing all the trees down and orchard and. Anyway,
well, thank you.
if any of you can think of anything I can do to help, I admire you all. Christine, I admire you. And truly, Christine, I admire you. And Kathy, I don't know you, but if I can help in any way.
She keeps all this together.
Yes,
I
she
know.
does.
I know, and Olivia before her.
And she's on the Conservation Commission too.
And there you go, there you go.
Mhm.
But this whole dilemma has made me rethink how, and frankly, what's happening in our country has made me rethink how important it is people like you that meet every other Tuesday night. So I'm by no means adversarial, but if you can think of anything I can do to help.
Thank you.
I hate what's happening. I hate money grubbing. And I should probably be more money grubbing, so I can pay my taxes, but I admire you all, and I'm not here as I'm here as, what can I do to help?
Thank you. Anything else? We good?
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right,
Any follow-up from the board? Anything else we want to cover?
I would just want Christine, I'm just trying to find your email about the legal recommendations.
It came from Laura Spector Morgan.
Yeah, do you remember what date that because you forwarded that all to us, I'm assuming.
Well, Laura sent it to the board
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, and to the Concom and to the select board.
Okay, so where
And
was
it came June 30th.
June 30th? Okay, I guess I can find that.
Guess I didn't print it.
June 30th.
I can read it if you want to hear what she recommended.
Yes, that would, I mean, well, you're the chair.
Yes, sure.
Happens to me all the time, Bruce.
A bunch of us have all been chairs. So
Yeah, we're all in charge. So there were a few, but the one that she recommended initially was as part of the subdivision application, the applicant shall submit an environmental hazard analysis analyzing the possible impact, positive or negative, that a proposed project may have on the natural environment. Should the environmental hazard analysis reveal a condition which presents a danger to the health of the general public and/or the future residents of the subdivision, the applicant shall be required to abate the condition to a safe level. We maybe want to define that a little bit more, in my opinion, but the planning board may waive this requirement at the request of the applicant if the history and conditions of the property do not demonstrate any potential danger to health from the development of the property. And that's it. Some
Yeah, I
other
think-
towns have a little bit stronger language. Hollis, she submitted one. There, it's more specific. It lists the different kinds of studies, and it's still environmental hazard analysis.
So
I-
if somebody had a 3-acre lot on wooded land, that unless it was a known hazard area, like an old dump or an orchard, they would not have to go through that testing.
Would they come to us first and have the discussion about it?
Yeah, and then we all
And then we
vote to
would-
waive
We vote to waive, yeah.
any further.
And most of the people have been here for many, many years will be able to tell
Yeah,
whether there was an issue.
and my thought would be, there's only so many orchards in town.
That's right, you got adders. and this
Yeah,
one and
there's a
this.
couple, we know,
We're
yeah.
mostly boundless.
Yeah.
I like it.
I was thinking just like for myself, personally, my old farm in the village here, and I have some heirloom apple trees out back. 6 or 8 of them. And I'm wondering what kind of chemicals they put on those trees back. You know, what did they do to those trees, or did they, but so like, but if, I guess it doesn't matter, it's an existing property, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, if somebody had an orchard or
Well, what if,
an old dump
what
or,
if the guy right here in, next to Peggy's?
Yeah.
I forget his name anyways, he's got a big apple orchard.
yeah, but
behind his
that's,
house.
fortunately, that's in the conservation.
Oh, is it?
It is,
So,
yeah,
well,
So there's no chance of being built on.
yeah, but
yeah,
that is a good orchard right in the center of town, you're right.
nonetheless,
Yeah.
there's still a possibility of the same stuff there. I mean, if they were using it down
Yes.
there, why wouldn't they have used it over
It
here?
would be there. And then you could request the test if anybody does anything up there.
Yeah, and the board could waive it also if,
Yeah,
Well, so that is that for as far as going forward for the next meeting to talk about the updates to our subdivision regulations. Is this the crux of it, really? Or was
yeah,
that-
I do think we need to have, the statement, just like we have in our site plan, that the applicant has to pay for the studies, any studies.
Yeah,
Um,
or added to the application fee, one or the other.
yeah, and so some of the other ones talk about
If there's
traffic
no-
impact, fiscal impact analysis. In addition to environmental, it's not just environmental. So it's up to us how far we want to go with it, but at least the environmental one is the important one right now. So you can all probably go back and read it. I think everybody is included.
Yeah, I've read it. Very good.
I did ask her about water. But I guess that would be included in environmental impact.
I think DES controls water anyways.
Well, they do, but there's no, on a drilled well, there's nothing. I mean, you can have the worst well in town and there's nothing that
Since you can't
has to
break
be
it.
done with it.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, that's one of the well water people things that the state does. I don't understand it, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
If you drill a well and it has arsenic and has all kinds of other stuff, well, that's
And then he
that's
starts,
okay. You can pump it into the house and you can use it for whatever you want. There's no regulation against that.
Yeah, I was thinking more about the runoff.
right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
and the streams or other
Right, exactly.
streams, tributaries, whatever you want to call them,
Mhm.
which there's certainly a few of them down there at the orchard.
Yeah, there is. Okay.
Yeah, and we've got other streams in town and steep slopes.
Yeah,
Directional drains to direct it to the detention ponds away from the areas that we.
Yeah.
control.
Mhm. Yeah, I just want to make sure the environmental impact studies includes that kind of stuff as well.
and that leads me to another part of this question too. Is there anything in our subdivision regulations that say that if you're gonna build X amount of houses, you have to have either a cistern or some kind of fire protection within X amount of
Miles.
whatever to said group of housing or? Because we don't require sprinklers unless it's a commercial unit.
Right, so I believe we have something in there that now that we just added, which said that we would consult with the fire chief.
Okay,
So we don't specify how many numbers of houses, and it probably depends on the site, right?
Yeah,
And the layout. But we added language that we would consult with the fire chief.
yeah. And that'd be another thing to make sure that that's in there as well while we're doing a hearing. Because if it needs to change, now would be the time to change it. Because if they do come back and they don't have anything, look at, the one down here in New Ipswich that they're doing. One road, then a road with a cistern on it, and then another road. There's gotta be some way of getting water to people that don't have water. And they don't have water, and neither will we over here. I mean, unless we go right into the brook and get it, which is, depending on the season, it's
Yeah.
not enough. I mean, we can tanker it in back and forth from wherever, it doesn't matter. And the farther you go to get water, the longer it takes to get water back and get water on a fire.
And
Which is,
and it takes the same amount of time to pour that water out.
yeah, oh yeah, so well, it takes nothing to pour it in there.
Exactly.
And it takes about 10 minutes to empty the tanker out.
Well,
and you're
that's
done.
that's my point is it doesn't,
Yeah,
my limited exposure and experience as a firefighter it's water management.
yeah,
It's all about water management. When I saw a hotel fire that took the entire town's water tank down to empty. So the place burned down because we had 3 units, we could keep 3 pumpers going and add a fourth. It was either 2 and add a third or 3 and add a fourth, but we had to keep shutting that last one down. And we had like 8 there,
Yeah.
and we could have had 20 there, but there was no water.
Yeah.
So we had the guy on the phone from the water, town water, watching the tank and saying, yep, you can turn on the 4th pumper. And then, oh, you need to turn the 4th pumper off. And he was keeping it at a level above what would send sludge down into the piping for the town.
I will talk to George and let him know what we have now and see if there's anything that he would like to add. while we're doing a hearing, because if we're doing a hearing, we might as well
Cover that.
try and cover that as well, if there is something that has to be in there, or if we can just do it by RSA, or I know if it's a commercial use, you can do every 25 feet. I believe you can have a firewall in between. That doesn't take water, so that limits the liability to the next unit and to the next unit, kind of thing, but we don't require sprinklers in this town, because we don't have water.
What about other infrastructure things like roads?
Well, like, that's another thing too, I mean, but that's, I don't know if that's, I would imagine it's part of the planning board, but I mean, if we're gonna have them all do at least aprons, 3-foot aprons, and we're in charge of the first 30 feet of driveway, I mean,
Yeah, I
the
think,
road is definitely a big, huge question mark, because I mean, what's gonna happen when all them lumber trucks and all them, other trucks go up and down that road 800 times a day to build a house?
and I think we're already covered on the apron part, right? From
Yes.
what I
Yeah.
recall.
Yes, if you're,
So
if you're.
it's gotta be lower, it's
If you're
gotta,
entering a paved road, you've a paved apron. If it's a dirt road, it's no apron.
but you can't, you can't go down. You can't
Yes,
enter the
there's-
roadway
there's
down.
conditions.
There's conditions and all that stuff from when I first started on the
We
planning
have a
board.
road spec.
Yeah, the
sheet,
roads.
yeah.
Well,
But-
if
but
the plan ever comes, we can go right at that stuff.
We gotta, yeah, okay.
Well, I just wanna make sure it's in there. I'll talk to George and see if I can get something for next meeting, because next meeting's in a month, right?
Right, a month from now.
So I'll see what I can get and then see if we can dig up some language through the NFPA. as
So
to-
what we have is not actually in the subdivision regs, it's in the site plan regs. And I'll send an email out with it, but it says provision for fire safety, prevention and control. A consultation with the town of Temple Fire Chief is recommended prior to submission of the final application.
Okay, but we still have to back that up with something too. We can't just tell them we want something for the hell of it and not have a reason for it. So I think now would be a good time to find that reason if we're gonna ask them to put anything there.
Something like,
Yeah, and so that rule in the site plan applies to all proposed development. And then we have another section where it talks specifically about let's see, the proposed use, building design and layout shall meet the provisions of the town zoning ordinance, site plan regulations, intent of the master plan, and the building code adopted by the state of New Hampshire under RSA 155A, as well as all codes adopted by the state of New Hampshire Fire Marshal's Office, and as contained in chapter SAFC 6000 State Fire Code and the 2014 edition of the National Electric Code. So I don't know what else, yeah, you can come to the next meeting with whatever else needs to be included.
Okay. Anything else? Cover today?
I think, we had floodplain, site plan, we had a bunch of stuff, but there's only
Yeah.
four of us. So.
Yeah, I did, basically, if there's anything that stands out that someone feels like we should cover, then I'm happy to cover it.
I think Christine.
No, I would just point out that the next New Hampshire Office of Planning and Development webinar is about the legislative changes from the last session. So that's a good one to attend, and if you can't attend live, to watch the recorded version.
Yeah, I registered for that. That's on the 20th of August, right?
Yes.
Yep, I registered. Very good. If there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
second.
All in favor?
I.
Bye.
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Christine.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Oh, how do you do this?
I thought I was gonna get away with.
Right down on the bottom, the black bar on the bottom end, right. Yep, and